Hello, wise investors, to another winner's financial market report. And I will be going more deeper into the financial market report. The previous one was just an introduction. There has been updates that have been made on this report. I will be going over the different segments of this report, just like a summarization for the most part. So right now I'll go over the stop loss and take profit. So again, I highly encourage you to gain access to this report. It's free. You have to follow the steps on the website on how to obtain the free access. And it's basically signing up with one of any of our three brokers. I think the easiest one to probably sign up with is Hugo's Way. But we have two other ones, Simple FX as well as LQD FX. So I highly encourage you to check those out. And once you sign up with them, you get access to our financial market report. And you'll be able to see all of the trades that we have on here. And you'll be able to also get access to more important in-depth video content that I will be putting out. Again, it won't be on Google Drive this time. It'll be in our Discord group. So highly encourage you to, take advantage of that opportunity as well. So here we have the stop loss, take profit. I'll be closing out some trades, and I'll be talking about this while I close out the trades. So just a kind of a glance overview on it. There's some examples on how you can implement the stop loss and take profit, basic understanding of how it works. I give some examples and some analogies as well. So take advantage of that so that you can have a better understanding, because it starts with you as an investor being wise, a wise investor, understanding how the market works and how to implement the best results for yourself. And so let's get into the trades. Now, the stock market is open right now. Like I mentioned before, I will be closing out this account, taking new positions. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this is because I want to, of course, showcase a gradual narrative of how you as an investor can become a wise investor. And you'll be able to see this documented from the beginning. You'll be able to see the trades being placed. You'll be able to also see the different types of accounts that can be set up, how to connect your account to be monitored through a third-party system so that you can see how all the analytics work. And there are a lot of different things, but throughout this whole process, you'll be able to better understand. And of course, like I said, the end goal is to become a truly wise investor. Now, there's a lot that goes behind that definition and understanding, but I won't get into all of that right now. I do talk about these things, and I will be talking more about these things in upcoming courses and books that I am currently making. So just follow along if you're interested in becoming a wise investor. So just follow along. That's the best advice I can give you. Okay. So, stop loss and take profit. It is a very important aspect of the our service. I don't provide any stop loss and take profit. As you can see, there's none really here as I'm closing these assets, but that's because we encourage you here at Win University as a wise investor to do that on your own, to figure out what your own tolerance is when it comes to risk management. What is your risk tolerance? That's something that an individual investor has to decide on their own. We can't really decide that for you. That's something that you have to make a decision on your own. So, for example, If you decide to place your, well, here, let's just look at it like this: a stop loss and take profit. I mean, what does that mean? I'll just start from the beginning, kind of like the basics. So it's just basic. Think of it like if you're playing a game and you want to decide. Let's talk about stop loss first. So for stop loss, you're basically putting a limit on what's the most amount you're willing to lose. You know, what's your tolerance? Are you willing to lose? Could you handle losing 50 points? Could you handle losing 20 points before you end the game? You know, before you call it quits, so to speak. I'm just using these analogies so that it can be easier for the mind to digest. So, you know, are you a kind of person that can only handle losing 100 points in a game? Okay, so that's the stop loss aspect of things. So when you look at getting into an asset, a digital asset, and you want to it doesn't have, I mean, any asset. It could be a business, a stock, you know, but they're being represented digitally here. So if you're looking into getting into any asset, and the most that you're willing to tolerate losing, that has to, you know, that comes from you. You have to make that determination. Make that determination within yourself, you know. And so that's how that aspect of the stop loss works. Now let's talk about take profit. Take profit is another kind of parameter that you're giving yourself. You know, how much are you willing to accept as a winning? How many points are you willing to make before you know, reach your desired amount? Okay, so let's just say you're willing to make, you know, 100 points before you're willing to that's your target desired amount. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You know, how much you're willing to say to yourself is enough. It allows you to put some type of restriction on yourself, and I encourage that, especially for those of you who are beginning investors and you're new to this. And especially for those of you who have a very low risk tolerance, I highly encourage you to set your stop loss and take profit. And it's something that you will have to practice a little bit. You know, if you don't know the mathematical aspects of it, I'll be making another video to explain that. I do have a video that's already out. You can definitely check it out. I'll put it at the bottom of this video description, and you could type it into YouTube. It's titled Stop Loss, Take Profit, Beginners Learning How to Trade Forex. If you type that down, you'll be able to find it. The picture will look like this. That's the thumbnail on that video. Okay. Here, it's right here. Stop Loss, Take Profit, Beginners Learning How to Trade Forex. That's the title of it. So if you go there, you'll be able to find it there, and you'll have an understanding how you can use like a calculator. Now, I'm not sure if that calculator is still available in the Play Store. If it's not, I'll make an updated version of it. But that video just goes into the whole technical aspect of just doing the calculations. I'll give an updated version of it. So I'll be working on that. But that's the gist of it. Okay? That's the gist of it. It's basically setting parameters for yourself, understanding for yourself what type of investor you are. Everyone is different. You'll notice that I don't put stop loss or take profits. And that's because, you know, that's the type of investor I am. I've become that way over time, to just pretty much trade as a truly wise investor, which is long term. Now, with that, there are some other risk factors that have to be taken into consideration. And I'll talk more about that on another video, but that's the margin level percentage area. Now, once you have that set, you create a cushion for yourself, like a buffer zone, so that when the market does go insane and volatile, you'll still have some room to wiggle. And especially if you're doing long-term trades, you're going to need to have a big buffer. So once you have the big buffer, it could afford you to not place any stop loss and take profit. So I'll talk about that more another time. Right now, I'm going to end this video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for giving me your time. I really do appreciate that. Most importantly, thank you for choosing to become a truly wise investor. And remember, only winners invest in their minds for wiser returns.